Okay, today's video is on lesson number 5, dividing for factors and roots. Dividing is more than just an action now, it's a process that gets us to a goal, and for today that's factors. We'll focus more on roots on our next lesson. Question number 1 asks 14 divided by 2. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. If you subtract, you get 0. Now remember that a 0 remainder means that the divisor and quotient are factors of the dividend. That's what the 0 remainder indicates. In this case, probably not much of a surprise. This is just saying that 2 and 7 are factors of 14. Now this is a connection that we're going to bring forward. When I do division, if I get a 0 remainder, then the divisor and the quotient are both factors of this guy. That still holds with polynomials. Let that sink in for a sec. So let's move on to the first question. Well, the first question on polynomials, number 3. I'll move this question up. So let's run through this one. We've done these enough. The division should be simple. N, selected. N goes into 7n squared. 7n times. Distribute that down. Gives us 7n squared. Then 7n times 6 is positive 42n. Parentheses and subtract. 41 minus 42 gives us negative 1n minus 6. Same questions again. How many times does n go into negative 1n? That's an easy one. Negative 1. Negative 1 gets distributed. I get negative 1n minus 6, parentheses, and subtract, and we get a 0 remainder. So what does that mean? If we got a 0 remainder, it means that n plus 6 and 7n minus 1, that's this guy and this guy, are factors of 7n squared plus 41n minus 6. They're factors of it. That means a couple things. That means they both divide in with no remainder. It also means that n plus 6 times 7n minus 1 would be equal to 7n squared plus 41n minus 6. So those are the corollaries, the things that we know because of this. But in actuality, the questions themselves on this handout are just asking what are the factors. So this right here is my final answer. These are factors. Hope that made plenty of sense. This connection here is going to be covered more in lesson 6.